This is the only place in the house I could find some peace and quiet, and I wanted to record a quick video on why it is the best time for upsizing that there's been for a long time. So selling a smaller home to buy a bigger home. And that window is closing fast because on the 31st of March 2025, the stamp duty costs will rise. So we're in November 2024, excuse me, and all the metrics are going against buyers at the moment as mortgage rates rise, unemployment is rising. It's looking worse and worse for the market as a whole from a buyer's point of view. Excuse me. It's getting a bit harder from first-time buyers because mortgage rates are rising, and that's putting them off a little bit, especially where there's more competition for properties at the lower end of the market. But if you are upsizing, if you're selling a smaller property to move into a bigger, higher value property, it's a great time if you're quick, for three reasons, okay? First of all, it's a buyer's market for larger properties. That's number one. Secondly, it's November, December 2024, and that is the time of year when people who've been trying to sell a home for a long time just go, you know what, let's just sell it. Whatever offer we get, let's just take it. We need to move on with our lives. So December is the time that bargains can be had. Excuse me. Those are the two reasons why upsizing is great. Now, you're going to find it hard again, it's easier to sell a smaller property than it is a bigger property right now. So if you are selling a smaller freehold property, selling leasehold now is difficult, but selling a smaller freehold property, you should have no problem getting that under offer quite quickly, provided you choose a good estate agent straight away, okay? So if I was upsizing now, I would wanting to be completing on my onward purchase by the 31st of March. That is optimistic. And if people just go out there with a normal approach, it's not going to happen. There's not enough time. But if you get your ducks in a row, get properly prepared, then you might just get yourself an absolute bargain and be moved in by the spring. So this is the first thing I would do. The first thing I would do is I would talk to my independent mortgage broker to find out what my borrowing capacity is and the rates for that, so I know what I'm going out to buy when I start looking. But don't start looking yet. You just need to get a rough idea of what you are able to borrow. Second thing is get a conveyancer lined up. Before you choose an agent, get a conveyancer chosen. Why? Because it speeds up the sale of your first home and makes you a more attractive buyer to your second purchase. Okay, so mortgage broker first, conveyancer second. Get the property you are selling contract ready straight away. Have your conveyancer appointed, get them going through the paperwork, getting everything approved so that you are contract ready when you come to the market. Then go and talk to agents, okay? And when you talk to agents, say, I'm upsizing, I'm selling this home to buy. I want to get my property under offer as fast as possible so that I can buy somewhere. I don't want to go and offer anywhere until I've actually got this property under offer. So I have already got a conveyancer appointed, and I've already got the contracts ready for exchange, and I've already got all the material information that you need by law to have on my property before you market it. Okay, this will do two things. First of all, it'll make agents very, very keen to work for you. Go to the good agents, go to the better quality agents. And secondly, it will help you get a slightly better fee with those agents. All agents, when looking at a seller who's got a property that's coming to the market contract ready, are going to do you a better fee, as long as you are realistic on price. This is the next thing that's important. Say to the agent, don't give me a valuation. I don't want to know a valuation. I just want you to get it on the market and get competing bidders, because I understand that the market will decide how much my home sells for. Please make sure you don't get me a flaky buyer. Please make sure you get me a proceedable, concrete buyer, preferably a chain-free buyer. But please do not get me a flaky buyer that's going to pull out later on and scupper my onward purchase, okay? So, you've spoken to your mortgage broker. You know what your financial situation is. You've got your conveyancer appointed, and they are preparing the paperwork for the sale of your first home. You've now gone out and chosen an agent. Do not sign a long sole agency contract. Whatever else you do not sign a long sole agency contract, because you say to them, no, no, no. If you're not an agent that can get me under offer within 28 days, you're not my agent, right? If you cannot get me under offer in 28 days on my smaller property that should have a good market for it, you're not the right agent for me. So yes, I'll sign exclusivity for 28 days if I like you as an agent. Then, with that process in place and your property nicely prepared and prepared for the photo shoot and for the viewings, and you've got your finances lined up with your mortgage broker and you've got your conveyancer lined up for your onward purchase as well, that is the time, and not before, that is the time to then go and start looking at what's on the market, do your shortlisting, register with a few agents who've got the kind of properties that you're looking for, and say to the agents, yeah, we are looking to buy, we're just waiting for our property to be under offer, okay? And as soon as you've got and if you get a good enough agent, you should get your property under offer within 2 to 4 weeks if you're really, really good. Then you can go out with that offer in your pocket on your existing home and say to the agents who are selling the homes that you want to buy, got a conveyancer, got my mortgage and principal signed up, got my property under offer, I want to find somewhere an offer on it. Now I'm recording this on November the 13th. You've got effectively 5 or 6 weeks before Christmas to get this done. Not easy, but it is doable. Just follow my process, okay? Number 1, talk to your mortgage broker. Make sure you're in a position to move financially. Number 2, conveyancer. Maybe even it doesn't matter which way around you get those two, right? But number 1, make sure that you are actually in a financial position to move. Number 2, make sure that you've got everything lined up to move as fast as you can. Only then can you go hunting for bargains, all right? But keep an eye on them online, so you know what's out there. Look for the ones that have been there for a long time. But if you get your first home sold quickly with a solid buyer and your contract ready, so it's going to be a very fast exchange, because you can tell the agent that you're looking to buy through this information, it will help you, then you're in a position to make a very compelling offer on the home you want to move to. All right, so those are my tips for upsizers at the end of 2024. You want to get it done. You want to get it done by the 31st of March. And actually, when you make your offer on the next page, you can say that. Say, look, latest, I want to complete 31st of March because I want to avoid the increase in stamp duty. Hope that's helpful. Have a good one. See you soon. Bye-bye.